everyone, and welcome back for another lesson with us here. Today what we're going to be doing is Zombie by the Cranberries. Now what I'm going to do is the same as in my last video. I'm going to put in the performance piece first, and then after I'll show you everything that I did in that piece to make the song sound like it did. So here's the piece now. Child is slowly taken. The violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, what's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, yeah. So guys, as you can see, there was a few different sounds going on in that video. I had some drum beats, I had different guitars playing at the same time, and I also had some melodies coming in on the keyboard. So first we're going to start with the guitar part. So it's the same four chords over and over again. It's just E minor, C, G, and D with an F sharp bass note in there as well. So if you know those chords, skip ahead to where we get into the strumming. If you don't, I'll run through them really quickly right now. So your first chord, E minor, is the second box, A and D string. Your C chord, it's the first box, B, second box, D, third box, A. Your G chord is the second box, A string, third box, top, and third box, bottom. Or you can do the third box, top, B, and E. So you have all fingers on. And then the last one is D with an F sharp bass note. So you have your D, which is G in the second box, E in the second box, and B in the third box. And then for that F sharp note, it's just your thumb on the very top of the second box. Now, if it's hard to reach right over, so what you do is your fleshy part on the thumb actually just leans back to cover that string. And it gives you that F sharp note on top. And they are the four chords played the whole way through the song. The strumming pattern you're going to need is a 4-beat modern style strumming pattern. Down, pause, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And you can play that by itself through the whole song. So if you're just playing the song by yourself, you can just play those four chords with that one strumming pattern and it'll sound fine. So you could play it if you like. Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken. Okay, the whole song is just like that. Now, what I did in the video is I had two guitars strumming. One was mainly just doing the bass strumming, so it was hitting the top 4 strings. And then the second one was doing the same chords, but hitting all the strings. Okay, so that was the strumming that I had in. Then I had the main melody or the main riff that was played at the start and the end of the song. So you're going to come down to the bottom fret. Now I have my capo on number 5 because that's the way I perform it. You can take your capo off or move it or change chords or whatever. It's just, that's where I play it, so that's where I'm going to teach it. Now we start off on box 7 for on the bottom string. That's your first note. It goes 7, 8. Then 5, 7, all on the bottom string. 3, 5, 2, 3, and then you go up to the B string and it's 3, 3. So that's 7, 8 on the bottom, 5, 7, 3, 5, 2, 3, and up to the B string, 3, 3. You play that 3 times, and on the last one then you just play a 0 on the B string. So that full riff goes like this. And then you just let that note linger until you come into the verse where you start singing. So that is the 2 different strumming patterns, or 2 different strumming styles that you can do. One in bass, one with the full strumming pattern, and that is the main riff. So if you're playing by yourself, that's usually what I do. And then if you're playing on the guitar, the beats I was adding in is just like a heartbeat. Every chord just. Okay, and that's all I was doing for that video. Then you can add in your chuck as well if you like. So you can go. That's another thing that I was adding into that video. The last thing that I did was the keyboard, the piano. So the chords followed a similar progression. You can follow your E minor, C, G, and D/F sharp. Now obviously I'm on capo 5, so if you want it to sound the same, you're going to have to change those chords up into a higher key. It's going to be A minor, F, C, and G are going to be your chords if you're playing it on the keyboard to match the guitar capo 5. Okay, now I was doing a few different mixes as well, so I'm going to show you now quickly on the keyboard what I was actually playing. So guys, as you can see, it's not a fancy keyboard. I just use it mainly for playing melodies or adding in my beats that I need. So for the song, I was hitting my A minor chord, which is your A, your C, and your E. Then on the next one, I wasn't actually going up, I was just moving my ring finger, my 4th finger, up to the F. So I was going A, C, and E, and then A, C, and F. Then I was playing a G, F, 2 little notes, and then coming down into my A minor again, and then into my G. So that was A minor, which is your A, C, and E. Then I went A, C, and F. Then G, F on their own. And then your A minor chord again, which is your A, C, and E. And then down to your G, which is your G, your B, and your D. And that's all I was playing with the keyboard. I was playing that over, and I was elaborating on it a few times. I was adding in more notes, so I was hitting it a couple of times. And then back to it again. Okay, so I was just adding that into the final chorus, but you can just simply add if you like. And that is all I did on the keyboard. So guys, I hope you liked today's video. That was Zombie by the Cranberries and all the different parts that I added into the video. If you have one or more instruments, obviously feel free to throw them in and mess around with it, see what version you come up with. Now if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them in my next tutorial. I do try and release one every day just for the next few weeks anyway, to get the channel up and going. So keep those requests coming in. I will try and get through all of them. I've quite a few on my list, but I will try and get through as much as I can over the next few weeks. But that is it from us today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.